Hey everyone, welcome to this journey full of surprises and unexpected twists. Here you'll find love, courage, and a few moments that will leave you in stitches. Inez and Jack's relationship grew closer, and even in the dullness of the mountains, they found ways to have fun together, goofing off in the wilderness. The whole world seemed to fade away, leaving only their laughter, as if the universe was cheering for their love. However, this scene was spotted by the checking ranch owner, whose face turned sour like he'd just bitten into a lemon when he saw it. But he didn't say much. The weather out there changed as unpredictably as a child's mood, going from sunny to a sudden gusty storm. When the storm hit, Inez and Jack hurriedly dove into their tent, but after a brief rain, they had to venture back out again. At this point, the sheep were scattered like confetti, and they had no choice but to run around the mountain trying to corral them back. After what felt like an eternity, they finally gathered the sheep, but then bigger troubles decided to crash the party. Due to some southern air currents, August heat gave way to a surprise snowstorm, and the ranch owner felt like tossing someone off the mountain. He informed them that they had to drive the sheep down a month early, signaling the end of their shepherding saga unbelievable. Inez just complained about missing a month's paycheck, but Jack knew deep down what Inez really cared about, the impending farewell. After packing their bags, Inez sat alone on the hillside, gazing into the distance, his face looking as sour as if he just ate a bowl of pickled limes. Jack walked over, trying to lighten the mood with jokes. He patted Inez on the shoulder, grinning like a kid who stole cookies. Yet, a peculiar emotion spread between them, and they both realized it would be tough to find a chance to meet again after this. Those helpless emotions bubbled up like a dam breaking, eventually morphing into fists swinging at each other, which was quite comical. After the trip down the mountain, the ranch owner's face looked as dark as if a thunderstorm just rolled in. Sheep not only dwindled, but outsiders appeared. The owner was so furious he nearly called a meeting to disband. The two had to leave with tails between their legs, and by the way, Inez and Jack actually got married in November. What a twist. So, I must found something up on that mountain. Jack's heart sank, and tears nearly spilled over the edge. Yet, Inez remained calm and collected, leaving Jack to watch that pickup truck drive away, feeling a mix of emotions swelling inside. He occasionally glanced in the rearview mirror, watching Inez fade further away until he vanished completely, and in places Jack couldn't see. Inez's facade crumbled, and he knelt in a corner, crying like a kid who just got dumped. Time flew, and in what felt like a blink, 4 years passed. Inez married Alma and had kids. Life was boring but stable. Despite the monotony, Jack drifted from job to job, barely making ends meet. After the ranch owner caught wind of Jack's relationship with Inez, he wasted no time kicking him to the curb. Left with no choice, Jack hunted for a new job and entered a rodeo, where he met a lovely, graceful woman. Soon, they tied the knot, and loan came from money, making Jack's life a little cozier. But Jack felt his marriage was far from perfect. His father-in-law was always giving him the side eye, which was a surprise. Meanwhile, Inez's life continued as usual. His 2 daughters grew up under his watchful eye while he hustled to make ends meet. They struggled through life separately, and if it weren't for the occasional postcard, Jack's name might have become dusty in the corners of memory, hanging out with rusted tools. Waiting was a bothersome game, and Inez was feeling the pressure too. He turned down every job, trying to make himself look presentable. He put on his best clothes, eagerly waiting at home, torn between excitement and the dread that Jack might be joking. Then, out of nowhere, a loud rumble came from outside, and Inez's heart raced as he hurried to open the door. The moment the door swung open, time seemed to freeze. Jack looked a little older, yet still just as dreamy. Reunited after so long, they embraced tightly at the stairs, their feelings so deep it was like 2 little piglets colliding together. At that moment, Alma was awakened by their ruckus. She peeked out the window and saw her husband cozying up to a stranger in the shadows. Alma's eyes widened in disbelief, but she feigned calmness and quietly retreated, while Inez naively headed upstairs. He was oblivious to Alma's strangeness, focusing on introducing Jack and saying they'd be out all night for some fun talks. Bizarre thoughts raced through Alma's mind. She opened her mouth to ask something but only managed to say, "Don't forget to bring back some cigarettes." One bright morning, Inez cheerfully returned home, immediately starting to pack as if he were going on vacation or something. He told Alma he was off to go fishing with Jack, promising to be back by Sunday, while Alma quietly watched from the window. Watching them chat so happily, a wave of sadness washed over her as she realized her marriage might have been a facade for a long time. The car cruised down the mountain road, weaving through dense forests, and after 4 years, they finally returned to Brokeback Mountain. Every blade of grass and tree held memories here. Only in this place could they shed their facades and be their true selves. As night fell, silver moonlight bathed the mountainside and a campfire crackled. Jack proposed, "What if we bought a small ranch together? Then we could be together every day." And he stared into the flames, a whirlwind of emotions flickering in his heart. He felt torn about leaving his wife and kids, and the fear of others discovering their relationship loomed over him like a nightmare. 2 childhood friends who fell in love ended up facing tragic fates when discovered, leaving a deep imprint in his heart that was hard to forget. For Inez, the idea of 2 men loving and protecting each other felt like an unattainable dream, his deepest desire buried within. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.